I'm back out here on Harris chain, and I'm spot locked on an area where I caught 40 bass in about 2 hours during the tournament. It's a very particular sweet spot. It's very hard to find, and the only possible way for me to be able to come here and find something like this is really knowing my electronics back to front. And we're gonna try and catch a couple fish here. There's one. And then little guy. And then I'm gonna show you just how I found these fish, but without the electronics, it just wouldn't be possible. Little guy up there on the chatterbait. I've had a bite every cast so far. So in Florida, there's a lot of fish like that, and there's 8, 10, 12 plus pounders any other cast. So Minn Kota is holding us here perfectly, spot locked, and I can just repeat that cast, and figure this whole area out and find that exact sweet spot where those fish want that bait. So let's make another cast. Explain a little bit about what I'm throwing to. We're in about 11 feet of water. There's nothing under us here, but there's an isolated grass clump up there, and they just want to be in it. The bait's in it, the wind's blowing on it, it's creating current. And what I'm actually doing is I'm always spot locking downwind of it. So I want to be throwing into the wind. There's that grass, I want to try and snap it out. There it is, that's a big one. Snapped it out of that grass and he clunked it on the other side. That's exactly how you want him to bite. Oh yeah. That's a nice one. That's how you want him to eat. Oh, it's only just got him. There you go. That's Florida chatterbait electronics spot lock 101 right there. Using everything to your advantage and putting yourself in the right position, making the precise particular cast, and then getting the bite. Where was that fish a couple of days ago? I could have used it. All right, that's a beautiful Florida fish. Looks like it's, you know, it could be spawned out. It's not overly fat, but they're just up here, they're feeding, position, ready to either go to the bank or just gonna hang out here and eat. So very intimidating out here in Harris Chain in big grass flats. There's a lot of grass. Fish could be anywhere. There's hundreds and thousands of acres and all beautiful looking conditions, but I use my electronics, use my side imaging, 100 feet out each side. I'm using down imaging, and I'm trying to find particular areas that just have something different. And this particular spot where I'm about to cast is a piece that's isolated. It's broken away from everything. There's nothing around it. There's nothing under the graft, but just up here, there's a clump, and we've got wind blowing onto it. Those fish are going to set up in that clump and they're going to face into the wind because that's bringing that current, it's bringing the bait to them. And so all that bait's coming this way, it's coming to them. They want to set up and just come out of that grass and ambush them. So I don't want to be on that opposite side casting back. I don't even want to be casting sideways. I want to be casting directly into the wind and bringing that bait to them just like those shad are coming to them. And so being out of spot lock like this, I just know this boat's not moving, and I can really figure out that's like right here's where the grass ends, here's where the grass ends, this is the sweet spot, and I can pick it apart. There's one. It's not taking much, but it's usually a little bit more difficult than this, but they're fired up right now. But I'll show you exactly what I'm doing because they don't want it winding right now. It's only just got it. Sometimes you can, if I'm just hooking them like that, I'm striking it a little bit early, so I want to actually let them take it a little bit better. But what I'm doing with this bait, It's 12 feet, isolated clump, throwing hard up into the wind. Then I'm gonna let that bait fall down into that clump. And it's cold. Right now the water temp's 56 degrees. It's 42 degrees outside. I got thermals on. We're rugged up, so everything's slow. So the second I start whining, I can just feel that chatterbait just vibrate now, stop, and I'm gonna let it fall. And now I'm gonna vibrate it. He's got it. Oh!
Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Subscribe today.